The story began with a family in the private sector of our city. They had an old dog living on their property that they usually kept tied up, but sometimes they let it out for walks in the neighborhood. Despite its age, one day after one of these walks, the dog came home with 4 newborn puppies. The man of the family had always disliked the dog, but he did nothing about it and waited for it to die of old age on its own. However, when he learned of the addition to the canine family, he literally flew into a rage. When his wife returned from work, the puppies were nowhere to be found. The man himself did not admit where they had gone until the wife heard a terrible noise coming from their outdoor toilet. As the woman walked past the outdoor toilet, she heard a very faint whimpering sound. At first she thought she had imagined it, but the sound was repeated. When she looked inside, she was greeted with a horrifying discovery while she was away. Her husband had tried to get rid of the puppy offspring and had simply thrown all 4 puppies into the toilet cesspool. It's hard to imagine what this woman was going through, but somehow she managed to get out and retrieve the puppies. After getting as much of the stench out of them as possible, she wrapped them in a blanket and immediately brought them to the clinic. Unfortunately, 2 of the 4 puppies had already died, but we continued to fight for the lives of the others. One of the puppies was in critical condition and required round-the-clock care. He needed to be fed every 2 hours, kept warm and clean. We used a heating pad to keep him warm and wiped his face with a soft cloth after each feeding. The second puppy was in better condition, but still needed close monitoring. The first few days were difficult, but the puppies showed signs of improvement. They began to gain weight and their eyes began to open. The critically ill puppies were stable and gaining weight. It was a great relief to see their progress. As puppies, they even started playing with each other and became more active. After a few weeks of caring for the puppies, they were fully recovered. The woman who brought them in picked them up and assured us that she had already found a new family for them.